My lived in, so I wanted to do one more video before I head out because I'm gonna go watch this movie. Um, Most likely my Killers of the Flower Moon review will be up tomorrow. But I want to talk about some wrestling real quick before I head out. So there's been some. I don't know if it's confirmed. I don't know. This is just like sources close to the whoever situation. So they're saying that Triple H has full creative control right now of WWE. Um, I don't know. I don't know how true it is. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But and they're saying that he's had it for a little bit. So I mean, obviously the most obvious reason that I would think that Ari Emanuel would give, or at least Vince wanted to give Triple H the creative control, is because with everything that's going on with Vince with the sexual misconduct allegations, the feds raiding his house. On top of that, with the whole surgery stuff, and then on top of that, with Vince McMahon looking like a freaking deviant in the face, like he looks Vince looks a hot mess right now, y'all. Like it's so bad. Like the Botox, the mustache. I'm just like, sir, can you please shave that shit off and let your hair grow the way it is? And I'm not saying that has anything to do with Triple H getting creative control, but I'm just saying, like, you know me, I gotta throw some shade. But no, like, I don't know what big effect this is gonna have on the product. Um, Triple H, and I know people, obviously people, majority of the fans prefer Triple H over Vince, but I'm just like, ugh, Triple H has also been in this bubble for a very, very long time. Freaking, just how much is Triple H advanced enough to add some reality based elements to the product? Because I'm tired of this. Like I said, I've been ranting and raving about how, like, wrestling, and especially for the past, I would say, 10 years, has been just horrendous. So it's just like, how much is Triple H really gonna put his all and really, really, not just, and listen, I don't want it just to be Triple H. There needs to be some other people that are not yes men. I don't want yes men around this when it comes to the creative control. We need people with different ideas that's willing to call out when something sounds ridiculous or something on paper sounds stupid as hell. It doesn't make any sense. I want these wrestlers to be uplifted. I want these storylines to make sense. At the end of the day, the wrestling means nothing if there is no story behind it. Okay, I'm tired of the 30-minute matches, the 20-minute match. Like, enough of that. What is the storyline? What are you telling me? Why are these people fighting? Just don't want to see people fighting just to be fighting. I want stories. So, and Triple H does give me the vibe that he's, even though, yeah, he's not a Vince McMahon, but he gives me the vibe that he's still within that bubble. And at the end of the day, if I can call out a Tony Khan, I can call out a Triple H for them not advancing their product. So I don't know how long this creative control thing is gonna be. How long Triple H is gonna have this? Is it gonna be a thing where until all the stuff blows over with the cases and the trials and the lawsuits when it comes to Vince McMahon, and then he's gonna come back? But then again, it's like, by the time that happens, Vince is about to be 80, y'all. Like, this man is getting older and older. Like, how much does Ari Emanuel want Vince to be back in the fold like that? Like, he could be the CEO. It's just that when it comes to, like, the creative control, the having control over creative, it's just like, we need new people. We need new people, and it's just, I don't know. But people are hyped for this, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm not hyped for it, because I'm just like, what I still have yet to see Triple H's talents. Okay, as far as when it comes to storytelling, as far as when it comes to writing a script, when it comes to that aspect, I the talent, it's just, I'm undecided right now when it comes to that. So I'm gonna see what it gives. And if it's great, I'll give him his props. If it's not, we'll be here to drag it. And clearly with NXT, because clearly him and Shawn Michaels had control over that, right? NXT only drew, what, 900 and something viewers. It didn't even hit a million, like, not even a million. It needs to go over that. Like, there needs to be, like, I need Triple H to bring in the casual fans. Okay? He needs to draw us, because it's like, If it's just giving what it's always going to give and what wrestling has been giving to us for the past 10 years, then I don't know why people are hyped for it. I don't know why. But we'll see what happens with that. But I do hope that Triple H is successful. Because listen, I grew up on WWE, born, raised into it. I want to see it do better. So if Triple H is willing to go down that route and go the distance with it, I'm here for it. I'm always willing. I'm willing to see things that I'm willing to see WWE grow, as it usually does. And as it always has. So, but yeah, shout out to him. We'll see what happens with this. We'll see what happens by the end of the year if there's more compelling storytelling. But if not, then y'all were hyped up for no goddamn reason. Okay. So next topic. So CM Punk. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep and lately I haven't been really talking about CM Punk because I feel like it's always this back and forth thing. People are not sure what the hell to believe, even me. So I'm gonna lay off it a little bit. But what's his name? Mike Johnson or something just came out saying that like there have been no talks with WWE and CM Punk having conversations about him coming back. But then not even like a couple of months before, like people were saying, not a couple of months, a couple of weeks before, there's been a lot of news about CM Punk coming back to, I don't know, the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, that sort of thing. They're also saying that the talent, I don't know, Rhea Ripley, Seth Rollins have been like putting out hints and doing things that are like alluded to Punk. At the end of the day, at this point, I'm gonna just wait to when if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because I'm so tired of the speculations at this point. Because it's like, and then on top of that, I don't know. I'm more so on the side of like it not happening because the way that Nick Khan, when they asked Nick Khan that one time, when was it, like a month or 2 months ago about it? Nick Khan was the way, even though his answer was very, very corporate-ish, but like you could tell like it wasn't gonna happen. So I don't know. I'm leaning more towards on the side of that. And like I said before, I'm indifferent about Punk. There is a part of me that really, really feels like Punk is misunderstood within this business, and even Bully Ray said it. Like he feels like Punk. There's a part of it where he's misunderstood. It's just that when you're that minority that's screaming up to the rooftops at the top, when you're at the bottom, and you're screaming at the top, it looks like that you're the problem, and you're just trying to cause chaos and be an asshole. But I think overall, hold on, go sit down. I think overall where Punk is coming from, just as like, because I can tell that he loves wrestling, but I think that he wants wrestling to be better. I think that he wants it to be where it was back in the 90s, the early 2000s, the 80s, whatever. But, I think sometimes it's the way that he comes across and the way he does things can be seen as him being a troublemaker. Now, well, yes, I do think that Trump, oh my God, Trump, oh my God. I do think that Punk is misunderstood. I also think that, like I said, I'm indifferent. Like, I see where he's coming from at times, but there's also another part of me where it feels like, okay, sometimes Punk be doing things, and like there are times where he doesn't have to put himself in situations where he's not needed for. Like, obviously, we can go back to the scrum and so many other things. And I defended him when it came to the Jungle Boy Jack Perry thing. Y'all can go back to my wrestling playlist. I talked about it. I dragged the shit out of Tony Khan and Jack Perry for that bullshit. And I defended Punk. But there's also part of me that also feels like Punk is a little bit overrated. There are times where I be seeing like people be trying to put Punk, when I be seeing other people's commentary, they were trying to put Punk they're saying that Punk is just in the same category as Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I'm like, no, let's stop playing these games. Now y'all gone too far. Y'all have gone too far. Punk is no Stone Cold Steve Austin. Honestly, for me, Punk is not even top 5. Like when it comes to like greats, like GOATs, it's like there's things that Punk has done that we haven't seen before. With the pipe bombs and the, well, yes, but then again, a part of it is also that Punk has brought this sort of lore and like, and Triple H, I've said it before, Punk has made himself out to be a martyr, which in a way is done great for his image at the time. And I think that's why people always make Punk out to be like the greatest of all time when in in actuality, Homeboy's not even top 10 of greatest of all time. So I do think that it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen from here. Um I mean, and listen, I know people point out, and even me, like I pointed out how it does look hypocritical if Punk goes back to WWE after everything. And then on top of that, I heard stories that even, you know what, not even heard stories. Punk has made it clear that he still didn't like WWE when he was in AEW, like through hot shots at them and all that. So it's like, had beef with William Regal allegedly, because he was Triple H's buddy. Like, it's a lot going on with Punk. So it does look hypocritical. But then again, I do believe the reason why Punk would probably want to go back to WWE is because he feels like his image has been tarnished when he was in AEW. And in a way it was, like, I feel like there's 50% that full like really, really rock with Punk. And then there's that other 50% where it's like, it's just like they think that he's a troublemaker. Anywhere he goes, he's always causing trouble. Like, and he's always the victim. That and I see that, like, especially if you go down on YouTube, when you type about CM Punk's name, they're the people that support him, and they're the people that don't. Like, and I remember before he went to AEW, when he was in WWE and left WWE, majority, if not all, fans were behind CM Punk, but now it's very, very divided. So CM Punk knows that his images has taken a hit. That's probably why he wants to come back. But then again, too, it's also like, you know, WWE is also looking at this from like a financial point of view. Like, okay, like we're gonna bring him back, but it's like CM Punk is also very, very injury prone. He gets injured a lot, and then on top of that, he's older. So it's like Punk is fragile. He's really, really fragile physically. So it's like, how much can they really get out of this investment? So we'll see what happens with that. But at this point, I am tired of the speculations, though, because it's like, they're in talks, they're in favor of it. Oh no, that's not the truth, and all this and that. It's just like, it's too much. We'll just see what happens. If he comes back in the Royal Rumble, if he comes back in Survivor Series, we'll see. I don't know, but I am on the side of that. He's not coming back during that around that time. I don't know. Maybe they will work out a deal. We'll see what happens with that. Last thing I want to talk about Sting. So Sting announced that he's retiring from wrestling, from AEW. Um, you know, if y'all go back to my wrestling talk playlist, I think Sting was like the first video I ever did, like having to do with anything wrestling. I believe it was Sting. I think I talked about Sting and Undertaker first. I have to go back and check. Maybe y'all can check for me. Maybe y'all guys can give me your thoughts on that video. But no, I think I discussed like how I was disappointed in WWE for how they didn't make Sting and Undertaker like their storyline. I think, which I still believe to this day, like they should have done it. Um, Listen, I never watched it. I never watched Sting's run in AEW. I honestly thought that I didn't see the reason why he went to AEW. I thought that he was too old and like, you know, like it was like, what are you gonna do there? Like, there's nobody there for like. I don't know. I personally, for me, I didn't care for too much for it. Child, I remember when Sting came to WWE. When he came to WWE for the first time, oh, I had so many expectations. And I talked about this in a previous video, but I'm going to say it again. Listen, and I know people, first of all, let me talk about the detractors first. They're going to be like, oh, y'all keep saying Undertaker and Sting. It wasn't going to happen. They're both old. It wouldn't make sense. Fuck out of here. It would have made all the sense in the world. But I think, and WWE messed this, Vince, all of them, Triple H, all of their annoying asses messed this up. What should have happened, when Sting came in and did all that with Triple H and stuff, yes, I agree. Have the match with Triple H and Sting, whatever. Sting should have gone over. He should have gone over. I don't care what other plans WWE had with The Rock and Triple H and stuff. I don't give a shit about that. F that. We're talking about long-term storytelling. Long-term booking. Sting should have gone over in that instance. And then that's when Taker should have been brought into the mix. And then the year after, obviously throughout that whole year, building up the storyline between Sting and Undertaker, just the history behind the two characters, like what it means. The stakes are high, and a little bit. And I will say this though, but a good amount of it is a dream match sort of thing. So I can't lie, but the stakes, the lore, the mystique behind their two characters, the loyalty that these two characters had for their companies, all of that should have been brought into the mix. I still don't believe that Taker should have lost that streak with Brock Lesnar, but that's a whole different conversation. I think Taker still should have had that streak go on throughout the whole year, build a storyline, build a storyline, build a storyline. When it comes to WrestleMania, Taker should have went over on Sting. In that moment, after the match, they both should have shook hands. Bada bing, bada boom. Taker should have retired from there. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, that would have been a moment. Oh my God, that would have been a moment for us. Like, it would have been such a great moment. I still think about it to this day because I'm so upset. I'm like, oh my God, like, we have been wanting this for so long and you mofos dropped the ball. Vince, Triple H, WWE Creative, all those hoes dropped the ball on Sting. That would have been a moment for us. And I'm so upset it didn't happen. Instead, they gave us freaking Sting and Seth Rollins. It's like, no, but I did not want to see that. At least I didn't. Okay, the Triple H thing, okay, I get it because, you know, it's how he's introduced and, okay, bang that out in WrestleMania. Like, okay. And then after that, the next year after that, y'all should have been building up Sting and Undertaker. We needed that. We needed that as fans. And it was horrendous what they did to Sting. I was so upset after everything that happened with Triple H and then him losing to oh my God. Him losing to Triple H and then him losing to Steph Rollins and then with the neck injury. After that, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that was when I really, really stopped watching it. I really stopped watching wrestling. I was over. I mean, I was over the product in general, but when Sting came back, I was like, oh, are they about to do what I think they're about to do? And then when they dropped the ball from there, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm no longer watching wrestling full time. I'm over this. Y'all fucked this up real bad. But yeah, y'all. But yeah, you know, Sting is retired. Uh, I mean, honestly, he should have retired a while ago. And had they done what I just told y'all about like him and Undertaker and Undertaker, that's really honestly, that's really when both of them should have hang up their boots. But whatever. But I think that, you know, Sting also didn't want to go out like that. With the whole Seth Rollins thing, and in that match, so he wanted to redeem himself. But it's like, sir, you're already a legend. You didn't have to go to AEW to redeem yourself. And then on top of that, I saw some of the bumps and the crazy moves that Sting was doing, especially when he hit his mouth on the table. I was just like, oh my God, Lord have mercy. I was like, oh, Sting. But, you know, shout out to Sting. So he's retiring from the ring. Hopefully he stays retired because, you know, these old guys, they never like to, you know, Ric Flair, Sting, you know, they never like to, Undertaker, they don't want to put their boots down. We need y'all to put your boots on. Y'all have enough money to go take a vacation, do something. But either way, y'all, please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about Sting retiring? How do you guys feel about this, you know, the CM Punk news yet again? And how do you guys feel about Triple H allegedly taking over creative? You know, do you guys think there's going to be a change? Do you guys think that this has to do with the allegations having to do with Vince McMahon and they just wanted to blow over, and then once it blows over, he would just come back to that position? Hopefully not. But and do you guys think that Vince McMahon looks like a whole deviant with this freaking black hair? Oh my God, Vince looks a mess. But yeah, please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get up to 700 subscribers. Subscribe. Put on the notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.